Hey everybody, welcome to the last and final day of being naked for 5 days. I decided to end this series off with the palette that started it all. It is the original Naked palette. I haven't touched this palette for years. So when I first started the series, I knew exactly what my first tutorial was gonna be and exactly what my last tutorial was gonna be, because I just couldn't do this without using the original Naked palette. Let me tell you guys, I had so much fun with this series. It really got me excited, which I haven't been in a long time. I mean, I love posting YouTube videos, but this was just like a different attitude for me. I had such a good time, and comments like this really just pushed me to want to film these videos. And at first I was really nervous because 5 days in a row, like, I barely post once a week, so this was a challenge for me, and I love challenges, so this was just a great time. Thank you all for all your support, your comments. Like, I would read comments and I was just like, there's no way people are watching these videos and they're liking them. I was so nervous. Let's get to the giveaway, because I mean, nobody really has mentioned it, but I do have a giveaway, and this isn't everything. I'm throwing in a couple of the Wet n Wild palettes, and I'm gonna be throwing in other things that I buy, but for the most part, this is what I have. It's a ton of makeup, a ton of skincare. I have some Rimmel palettes, e.l.f. palettes, Pixie stuff. I have a Glam Glow moisturizer. Everything pretty much is here, but like I said, I have some other things that I'm gonna throw in. And in order to enter, all you guys have to do is obviously be a subscriber. I want you guys to leave a comment down below answering 2 questions. First question is, what is your favorite Naked palette? And second question is, which tutorial did you like the best? For me, for sure, it was day 2, Naked Cherry. I loved that look. So yeah, that's what I want to know. I will leave all of the little details in my description box. It's going to be open for a week. I'll leave the end date down there. Everything will be in the description box. So yeah, let's just get into day 5. I decided to do a halo look. I know I did a halo look previously, but I've never done a halo look with the original Naked palette, and it's also on the cooler tone side, and I haven't done a cool toned look in this series. So that's what we're doing today. I'm so excited for you guys to see the process. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so this is my original Naked palette. When they discontinued this palette, I found one at Macy's for 50% off, which is this palette, and I'm using my original one. I'm only using the new one for the shade Sin. It kind of fell out from my old one. I don't know where it is. So I'm starting off with the shade Naked. This is one of the 2 matte shades in this palette, and I'm putting it just in my crease and in my outer V. This is just a good like blending shade, but for a transition, I'm going to be using Buck, which is like an iconic shade. I feel like everybody used to use this in their tutorials, understandably, because this is literally the second matte shade in this palette. So I'm putting that in the crease and in the outer V, also in the inner corner, because we are doing that halo look today. Now I'm using Hustle, and I'm putting that in the outer corner and in the inner corner. I meant to use Toasted first to kind of put a base down and then use the darker shade, but I'll show you later how I incorporated Toasted. But here I'm just blending out into the crease. Again, I don't have any other matte shades, like darker matte shades I can incorporate in the crease, so I lightly brought up Hustle into the crease by blending with that Sigma E25. Here I'm just packing on in the inner corner, blending out, and then I'm going to be doing the same thing to the other eye. I never realized the lack of matte shades in these older Naked palettes. I kind of wish they would have incorporated like one more matte shade, you know, a darker one. But yeah, now that I'm doing these tutorials, I've really noticed, like, wow, they pretty much have all shimmer shadows in here. Okay, now I'm going into Toasted, and at first I was putting it right at the edges of Hustle, you know, blending those 2 in, and then I realized that, you know, that's just not gonna work. So I ended up putting it pretty much all over the lid, on top of Hustle, everything. But then I fixed it. Then I went ahead and I deepened up Hustle again, but I just had to incorporate Toasted. I thought it looked really pretty next to Hustle. I just kind of messed up. So I just put it all over the lid, and then here I'm deepening up Hustle again, again in the outer V's and in the inner corners. Here I'm just blending out again. I didn't pick up any extra color or anything like that. I just want to kind of blend everything out. Now I'm picking up the shade Sin and putting it right in the middle of my lid. I forgot how pretty this shadow is. I used to put it all over my lid all the time. It was so pretty. Of course, you gotta blend the shadows together, so again, not picking up any extra color. I'm just blending all of the colors in together so that it looks nice and, you know, smooth. And then I'm gonna go in, pick up Hustle, and just put it in the crease, making sure the crease has enough color, and yeah, doing that really quickly, nothing crazy. And then we're gonna move on to Virgin, which is like a satiny, it's the lightest shade in the palette, very satiny. I wish it was matte, but you know, can't do anything about it now, and I'm just highlighting right underneath the eyebrow. And then it's concealer time, same technique that I've done in every single video, so I will let you guys watch. Now it's time to set my under eyes. I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder. I love this powder so much. I've been using the Fenty one too, but I just think this one is better in my opinion. Now we're going into Hustle and lining the outer third of my lower lash line using that e.l.f. liner brush, really good brush, and then blending everything out with Buck, our transition color. And then it's time for mascara, and yes, again, I'm using the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. Can't get enough of it. After that, the tutorial is done, guys. Mascara, and we're done. Thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this series as much as I did. Let me know if you have any other like series ideas. I will be open to any suggestions. Again, thank you guys so much for the love and support. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.